Hey, good afternoon. Yep, it's afternoon by 2 minutes. Brand here. We got a pretty good gal that was selected by the Department of Interior to head up the legal team, the legal advisor. Her name is Karen Bud Fallon, and I had the opportunity to speak to her right after the Malheur arrest and murder of little boy Finicum. I was just asking around, trying to find somebody who could give me some kind of legal advice or help us legally. And she was referred to me, and I actually talked to her. At that time, she was on her ranch. I bet I talked to her for at least an hour and maybe 2 hours. And, she did the best that she could. I understand how her hands were tied. There wasn't much she could do. But now, hey, she's going to be in a position she could do a lot of good from what I can see. And I'm real excited about that. And yet, here we got the average idiot and the Sierra Club and Center for Biodiversity, that Korean suckling guy, and they're all up in arms already about this whole thing. And of course, the average American, I've decided the average American is really an idiot. They have no clue. I have in the past and continue to get messages, and they're rude. They're just rude people. They're ignorant, they're uneducated, and they're rude people. And some of the things they say to me is just really mind-boggling. I refuse to lower myself to their level, because that level is like, that's like the pond scum level. And so I just elect to ignore them. And if you go back 4 years ago, even before that, when I started doing a lot of posts, you can, in my YouTube videos, you can go back and, for example, there was one guy, I never did get his name, but his blog was Veterans Outpost. And I literally destroyed that guy on every debate and argument. And there's a bunch of others. And I hope he sees this, because you, Veterans Outpost, you got destroyed. The things you tried to bring up were so nonsensical. In fact, a lot of them supported our land rights. And then, of course, look at the outcome. Look what happened. So, it's a it's a double down. You got destroyed double down in more ways than you could imagine. So, but here they come again, from New York and California, the East Coast and the West Coast, Washington, Oregon, screaming, "That's our land, public land. You're taking our public land." Okay, stupids, you don't have any land. You never set foot out here anyhow, you bunch of nitwits. But it's our land, and you're stealing our land. Is it Clyden stole their land? Clyden's been here for 143 years, his family. Where have you been all this time? Now, if what you're saying is true, it's public land. Well, here's the difference between state land and public land. State land will always be available for hiking and riding, hunting, fishing, camping, sightseeing, rock county, development for natural resources, things of that nature, multiple use. It'll always be there. If it's public land, then it goes into monuments. It goes, which the elites can always go in there into the highest bidder, who's going to give them a kickback under the table. Take it all for themselves. You guys are suckers, man. You guys are the biggest suckers. Unbelievable. Your level of stupidity. See, state lands will always be available to the people. But it's still a sovereign state. It's, and the state has control over it. The people in that state actually have the control. Not the federal government and their elites. They're going to steal it all for themselves. They're going to destroy it. Yeah. They don't care about rehabilitating the land after they go in and mine the crap out of it. We've seen it in Wyoming, Montana, other states. Okay? These foreign companies come in and they mine uranium and poison all the water. And they could care less. It doesn't get rehabbed. Okay? The states have a vested interest in any mining operation, the land being rehabbed. Okay? Rehabilitate that land. They don't. Do you really think we want to poison our environment? Hell no. It's a sovereign state. We don't want to poison our environment. The elites don't care. They have a scorched earth policy. Okay? So guess what, sucka? It ain't your land in the East Coast and the West Coast, you bunch of libtards. I get so sick of you guys whining, crying, it's yours, and Cliven stole it from you, and Dwight and Stephen Hammond, they burned your land, and they're stealing it from you. You bunch of rejects, social rejects. Go grow a brain before you open your pie hole. And you think I'm going to listen to you? You can send me, you can send me all the messages you want. I don't listen to you guys. I'm not going to lower myself to your level. It ain't going to happen. All right? And we need more people running for governor like Ryan Bundy. State sovereignty. Give us control over our natural resource, our state, rather than the elites like Hillary and her Uranium One crap. The Steam Mountains there. Dwight and Stephen Hammond's ranch, which Robert Mueller himself took the sample, because it's the highest grade uranium ever found in the United States, took a sample of it and hand-delivered it to the Russians for Hillary Clinton. And then to get $145 million put in the Clinton Foundation, and her stupid ass husband, Bill, goes all over the world, goes to Russia, gets $500,000 for a speech. No. That is fraud. That is theft. They gave him that money for helping steal the uranium from Dwight and Stephen Hammond, and then they sent him off 5 years in prison and get him out of the way. And you guys want to say they were stealing and burning your land? What a bunch of social rejects. You guys ain't... You know what? The millions and millions of libtards can't put one brain together between them all. They're not capable of any reasoning whatsoever. So, if you guys want somebody like Sisolak or Laxalt for your governor, you're just going to get more of the same. That's all you're going to get. You're going to get more of the same. Laxalt's not, you never did anything for the sovereignty of the state. You know? You still got a little patch of heaven over there in Pahrump, Nevada, where the Nevada Water Authority has told the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, you put that stream back where it was. In case you don't know, there's a spring. And out of this spring comes a stream. And it goes through their property, which they paid money for. And it goes into a big natural lake. Okay? So the U.S. Fish and basically, they use very little of that water. It just goes through their property. They use some of it. So U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service comes along, oh, we can't have that. So what do? They get a backhoe out there and reroute it around their property. The only thing they did is deny them their water rights. And to this day, they won't put it back. U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service will not put that back. Well, you know what? We're going to do it for them. You watch and see, and it's coming to a head pretty soon. And U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services, bring out your people and try to stop us. Okay? Because we'll have more people than you can shake a stick at. I will probably even have the sheriff. Sheriff Worley, as worthless as she has been, she'll probably be out there on our side if she could find her gun. Oh yeah, she did find it. It was in the bathroom. But she found it. Okay. And, but then, you know, I think she's got some pretty good deputies under her. Now they understand what's going on, what has been going on for some time because of the stand that we did out there and from that pay for prison, what is it, CCS, something like that, Camp Liberty. We made, you know, we made a little statement there. Now I got an idea what's going on. Here's the Bundys, you know, they found out that, you know, the courts found out all the fraud that was taking place, the Brady violations, the Gigolo violations, and was declared a mistrial. And more of that's coming out. We're still waiting for the Larry Wooten Memo 2, which the federal government will not allow to come out, which would shed even more light. Okay? Shed even more light on these land rights issues. So, I'm going to say one more time, that's going to be at the end of this video, to all the leftists, on the West Coast, to all the leftists on the East Coast, and all the leftists in between. It ain't your land, sucker. Get over it. Okay. Have a great day.